It's so ridiculous. Reason why Rhea Ripley's current feud with 40-year-old star is a mistake, according to WWE Veteran Exclusive. Former WWE head writer Vince Russo recently spoke about Rhea Ripley's segment on Raw. The star is the current women's world champion on Raw. 40-year-old Nia Jax was in a match against Bayley this week. She destroyed her opponent with the Annihilator, taking home the win. After the encounter, Rhea charged to the ring, leading to a huge brawl between the two women after Jax attacked Ripley earlier in the night. This led to Mommy putting her title on the line against Jax at Saturday night's main event. This week on Sportskeeda Wrestling's Legion of Raw, Russo criticized the segment, calling it predictable. He pointed out that the brawl was initiated to pit these two stars in a match at Saturday night's main event. The veteran writer claimed there was no way Nia would dethrone Rhea at the show. It's so ridiculous. So, Nia Jax attacks Rhea Ripley so they can make the match for Saturday night's main event. And we know they're not taking the belt off Rhea Ripley. He continued, "This is so predictable. There is nothing on this show." From 5:55 onwards, with Saturday night's main event less than a week away, it will be interesting to see if Rhea can hold on to her title heading into the Royal Rumble and WrestleMania season. CM Punk shares unrecognizable image of Rhea Ripley ahead of WWE Raw. CM Punk shared an interesting update featuring Rhea Ripley ahead of tonight's episode of WWE Raw. Ripley captured the Women's World Championship from Liv Morgan earlier this month on Netflix. The Second City Saint took to his Instagram story ahead of tonight's episode of Raw to share a photo of himself and Rhea Ripley. Punk was getting his hair done by Jet Emini in the photo, with Ripley watching on in the background. The Best in the World and the Women's World Champion recreated a popular behind-the-scenes photo from the movie, The Shining. As seen in the image below, Ripley appears unrecognizable at first glance, as she is wearing glasses. You can check out the 46-year-old's update on Instagram by clicking here. CM Punk defeated Seth Rollins in the main event of WWE Raw's debut episode on Netflix on January 6, 2025. Rollins will be squaring off against Drew McIntyre in a WrestleMania 40 rematch tonight on the Red brand. Vince Russo claims he hates the way WWE books Rhea Ripley. Wrestling legend Vince Russo recently took WWE to task for how they utilize Rhea Ripley on television. Ripley was involved in a personal rivalry with Liv Morgan for several months before finally capturing the Women's World Championship from the 30-year-old. Speaking on Sportskeeda Wrestling's Writing with Russo show, the veteran disclosed that he hated how the company booked the Eradicator. He stated that the 28-year-old should have dominated Morgan during their match earlier this month. "Oh my God, bro, I gotta tell you, I hate the way they book her, man," Russo said. "She should not be going 50-50 with Liv Morgan. I'm sorry, man, Liv Morgan did great character work. She's done a really, really good job, but when you look at the two of them in the ring, they should not be going 50-50. They just shouldn't be." From 046 to 112. CM Punk has already announced that he will be competing in the Men's Royal Rumble match next month at the Premium Live event in Indianapolis, Indiana. It will be interesting to see which WWE superstar will be Ripley's first challenger during her second reign as Women's World Champion. Rhea Ripley match set for WWE Saturday night's main event. A match featuring Women's World Champion Rhea Ripley is set for the next edition of WWE Saturday night's main event. SNME made its return late last year, with the next edition already coming up this Saturday, January 25.5 days out. Tonight's Raw set up a title defense for Ripley, the first of her current reign. At the start of tonight's show, footage was shown of Rhea Ripley's arriving at the arena, but being ambushed by Nia Jax on her way in. Tonight, Jax had a match against Bayley, which saw Jax score the win. After the match, Ripley came out for revenge, and a brawl broke out at ringside before Ripley pitched a match between the two at SNME to General Manager Adam Pearce. 6 WWE stars to join new Rhea Ripley faction. On the WWE Raw on Netflix premiere, Rhea Ripley defeated Liv Morgan to regain the WWE Women's World Championship. While Ripley has to handle Morgan trying to reclaim her gold, she will also have to deal with Raquel Rodriguez having Liv's back, as well as the rest of the Raw Women's division. With the Royal Rumble on the horizon, Rhea may have to think about getting some backup to be able to battle all the competition coming her way on the road to WrestleMania 41. Here are 6 WWE stars to potentially join a new Rhea Ripley faction. There might not be a more dominant force in WWE today than the combination of Rhea Ripley and Damian Priest. Better known as the Terror Twins, Priest and Ripley were able to fight off their former stablemates and eventually beat the Judgment Day. While Priest might want to be done battling the group after defeating Finn Balor on the January 13th Raw on Netflix, Rhea might need her brother when Liv and the Judgment Day come back for the gold taken from them. That if Rhea is to start a new faction, it seems like a no-brainer for the Women's World Champion to call upon Damian Priest as the first member of the new group. 3 reasons why Rhea Ripley versus Nia Jax at WWE Saturday Night's main event is the wrong move. Rhea Ripley and Nia Jax lit up the 3rd ever episode of WWE Raw on Netflix with an epic brawl. After the Irresistible Force attacked the Eradicator earlier in the night, the Women's World Champion surprisingly returned to ignite the massive melee. Ripley then issued a challenge for Saturday night's main event, which was later made official. This elicited mixed reactions among fans, with some excited to see the 2 massive stars clash while others scoffed at the idea. While Jax vs. Ripley is a match fit for any PLE card, and the duo held up the women's main event scene in 2024, one can understand the skepticism. They may light up the Frostbank Center, but the bout seems far from the best move. Here are 3 reasons why Nia Jax versus Rhea Ripley at WWE Saturday Night's main event is a misstep on the part of Triple H and his creative team. Nia Jax has more urgent, unfinished business with new WWE Women's Champion Tiffany Stratton. Nia Jax lost the WWE Women's Championship to former protege Tiffany Stratton on the first SmackDown of 2025. After months of teasing tension between the duo, many expected this to start a heated feud culminating at the Royal Rumble or even WrestleMania. However, since losing the title, the Irresistible Force seems more concerned with everyone but Stratton. Jax teamed up with Candice LeRae on the Blue brand to challenge Bianca Belair and Naomi for the Women's Tag Team Championship, and is now going after Rhea Ripley. This has left fans scratching their heads as to what the plan is for the 2-time women's champion regarding her unfinished business with the Buff Barbie. One can't help but feel that this move is wasting red-hot momentum. The timing for Jax versus Ripley seems less than optimal. Number 2. Rhea Ripley versus Nia Jax at WWE Saturday Night's main event could have been replaced with a fresher matchup. Rhea Ripley and Nia Jax are undoubtedly 2 of the biggest stars in WWE's women's division today. Thus, anytime the Irresistible Force and Eradicator meet is a big moment, which is why they headline.